Welcome back to the LEC G2 Takedown Schalke move here in our match of the week. And Rekkles, thank you for joining me. I'm going to have a lot of questions about Senna a bit later, but first, you just took down Schalke. It feels like we saw a lot of good things from them during the first weeks, but they seem to be in a harsh situation now. How do you explain that? And were you expecting something special against them today?
I'm honestly not sure, because at first I was thinking that they found out the meta really well and they were playing the meta really well, but then they started losing on it too. Like they had the whole Kai'Sa 8 games in a row thing going where they won all of them in the beginning and then started losing on it. So I wasn't really sure anymore where their strengths were as a team, and I feel like now after playing them, they maybe lost themselves some way along the line. I'm not sure when, but yeah, I don't really feel like they know exactly how they want to play. So maybe with the next patch they will have, I don't know, some sort of like restart or reset on what they should do. But it's kind of scary to see a team like go from being so good to not so good in this part of the season, because then that's also playoffs in danger.
Yeah, a few games in a row now for them. There's still some time left, but I mean, it also means that other teams are doing well, which is the case for G2 today. But okay, let's focus on Senna now. There's a lot of questions about the pick. The first one being the Sion-Senna combo. I feel like I saw this the first time last year in the LCK. Katie Rolster was playing it. Why did you pick this combo today, especially against Schalke, and why is it so good?
So first of all, I guess Senna on her own is just a really strong champion right now. When you play her fasting, most of the time you'd use Tahm Kench next to her, but when they locked in Ezreal last year, I told Mickey that I don't think Tahm Kench is a good pick, because if they continuously pick range champs, then Tahm has no purpose anymore. So we decided to go 4-5, and then they banned the Tahm, and we were kind of just freestyling on what to play. And Mickey is like a really good Sion player, and he told me that last year when he was playing with Perks, he had this cool combo where Senna would W the creep and then Sion would E it for for engage, and we kind of learned it throughout the game. I guess we could have done much more, but we learned it throughout the game. And honestly, to me, Mickey is just a genius. I just follow his ideas. He has a lot of good ones.
Wait, so you're telling me that you learned this combo throughout the game? I thought it was something.
Yeah, we haven't played.
Yeah.
We haven't actually played Sion and Senna at all in scrims. We were just freestyling after Tahm not being a good pick and then being banned out when it actually was.
Whoa. Okay, so I actually wanted some insights about the Senna W plus the minion knockback, because it's something that I've been trying to do for months in solo queue, but I don't know quite the timing. But yeah, anything you can tell us on that? How do you land this combo?
So yeah, Mickey just taught me throughout the game that I should W the creep and then he'll do the rest. And honestly, yeah, I felt like I had the easy job. It was just up to him to actually land it, and every time he succeeded. So at some point I was just kind of astonished to see again like how genius he is about these kind of things. Like I would have never thought about it, so it was just cool to see that he thinks about these small things.
He is, yeah, a genius indeed, so talented. And that was a great showing from you guys. You were talking about this and how strong the pick is right now. It's still not prio in the LEC, but it's certainly a prio pick for you, Rekkles. So why do you think it is so strong? And do you think it's even above picks like Kai'Sa, Xayah, picks that we often see in the LEC, actually?
So maybe on this patch it wasn't above Kai'Sa, but we decided to ban it all 4 games on 11-3. And after her, I would say for sure Senna is probably the strongest. Again, you can play it kind of with whatever you want. Most teams play it with Tahm, including us, but I think you can kind of play it with whatever you want, because you don't really get most of your souls from laning phase anyways, like hitting enemy champions anymore. I think now it's a lot more about like doing camps, honestly, with your jungler, like doing Raptor camp on spawn, for example. So I think, yeah, just on her own, she's so strong, you always outscale, and it's not even about winning your lane anymore, which it used to be with Senna. So I think maybe people just have that sort of idea twisted, where they think, you have to like hit enemy champ all the time in lane. But honestly, I could go without hitting a single champ for like 20 minutes and I'll still have 100 souls. So I think it's just strong on its own already.
Just strong. I know that people don't like watching you play Senna, so yeah, maybe it's gonna get banned in the next couple of games for you guys. But I'm coming back onto Mickey. I just want to tell you that he got player of the game here. So we were talking about his genius and how creative he can be in game. But I mean, you've been working with him for months now. So what's happening backstage? What can't we see about Mickey that makes him so special?
I guess these small things is what he does really well, I think. I feel like my weakness as a player has always been like working on the details. I feel like often I can just overlook them and think about the big picture too much. And I feel like he fills that void for me quite well, where he always thinks about the actual plays we make. So for me, he's like the brain and I'm just the body in a way. It feels like I'm just the power and he like controls me.
It's a synergy that works. I mean, you complement each other, I want to say, and it's a delight to see Rekkles. Thank you so much for this interview. And yeah, congrats on winning match of the week this week against Schalke.
Thank you so much.
We're going to take one last break, I guess, and we'll come back in a few minutes for PGL with Shox and Jankos. Stay tuned, guys.